What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Breaking news. Tory Lanez was just stabbed in prison in the courtyard. The Canadian singer, rapper, whatever you want to call him, was in the prison yard at a California correctional institution when he became the victim of a stabbing. Now look, the details are not still all the way clear. We don't know who did it. We don't know why it happened. But let me tell you something right now. God was in that yard, because the fact that Tory didn't lose his life, that's not luck. That's divine intervention. Tory Lanez is a father. He's got a child out here who still needs him. And I thank God that this did not end in a funeral. Because let's be real, people die from stabbings every single day in prison. There would have been no shock. There would have been no surprise. And sadly, there might not have been much sympathy either. But here's where it gets real sticky. He shouldn't even be there. He didn't have to be there. Tory Lanez got himself in this mess. He shot Megan Thee Stallion. A jury found him guilty, and he got 10 years for that. The report says he shouted, "Dance, bitch," and then started firing at her feet during the argument in 2020. And that's not hip-hop. That's not real. That's just stupid. And since then, every move this man has made, he's turned into a movie about how real he is. Like being in prison is a marketing plan. Like being away from your child is a flex. Like surviving a stabbing is a badge of honor.
Yeah, Michael Rochelle, we're here live outside of Current Medical Center, where it's believed that actor and rapper Tory Lanez is being treated after being stabbed earlier this morning by another inmate. Now, just breaking news here at 6 o'clock, we actually hear from Tory Lanez on a social media post saying that he was stabbed 14 times, including multiple stab wounds to the back, torso, and to his face and head. He also mentioned that both of his lungs collapsed and was placed on a breathing tube, but has since been breathing on his own. He adds that he's in good spirits despite being in pain, and thanks everyone for their support. Meanwhile, we've learned from officials that the attack happened around 7 in this morning, the California Correctional Institution in Tehachapi, according to California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. That prison about an hour away from Bakersfield. Lanez, also known as Daystar Peterson. Eyewitness News has learned that the attack happened around 7:20 a.m. at the California Correctional Institution in Tehachapi, according to California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. That prison about an hour away from Bakersfield. Lanez, also known as Daystar Peterson, was provided medical aid after staff called 911. CDCR says that he was taken to an outside medical facility for further treatment. We are still waiting to confirm if he was in fact taken to Kern Medical here in Bakersfield. However, a crews earlier did see a medevac helicopter leaving the hospital's landing pad around 11 Monday morning. FlightRadar24.com shows flight data of that helicopter leaving that Tehachapi State Prison and arriving to the hospital around that time of the reported incident. Lanez rose to fame in the 2010s with his hits like The Color Violet and Say It, with his last two albums reaching the top 10 on the Billboard charts. He is currently serving a 10-year sentence at the facility for the 2020 shooting of rapper Megan Thee Stallion. According to the CDCR, a jury found Lanez guilty of firearm-related charges when he shot Megan in the foot while she reportedly left a party at Kylie Jenner's Hollywood Hills home. That led to his conviction in August of 2023. Megan Thee Stallion was also granted a protective order earlier this year against Lanez until 2030, after officials say the rapper was harassing Megan from prison through his surrogates.
Let me tell you something right now. This is not standing on business. This is not snitching. This is not some real nigga certificate. This is stupidity. And it almost cost you your life. And for what? Prison selfies? I'm not here to mock Tory. I'm praying for him, because I don't want to see a black man behind bars when he had the talent, the voice, and the platform to do so much more. I don't want to see a child grow up without their father. I don't want to wake up one morning and see Tory Lanez, 1992 to 2025. But somebody got to say this. If this don't wake you up, nothing will. You ain't proving nothing by dropping music behind the wall. You ain't winning nothing by acting untouchable. And I understand Tory's in a tough place and he's trying to keep his spirits up. But I just hope he takes this situation to learn that his life is more important than a reputation. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, Established Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.